Hello everyone, thank you for joining in this morning. We are about to start our webinar, Meet Reyee Network Setup, Wi-Fi Network in 3 minutes. We're going to be starting our webinar in about 2 or 3 minutes, so thank you everyone for joining in. A quick reminder is that we're going to be using the question panel. This is a panel that you have on the right side of your screen. So if you can locate it, it's where we're going to be sending all of your questions for the engineers to answer. So please locate your question panel on the right side of your screen, and please let us know if you can hear us loud and clear. Also, if you're seeing the presentation correctly. Quick reminder is that this webinar will be sent to your email right after the webinar, and also will be uploaded to our YouTube channel at CompUSA, where you can check all of the recordings of our daily webinars. All right, so now we're gonna just wait a couple of minutes for everyone to join in, and then we'll be ready to start. Throughout the webinar, we're going to be using the Reyee app. So if you want to download the app, this is the moment. You can download it for App Store or Google Play, and we'll be using it throughout the webinar. So if you have it, it will be a better experience so you can follow up the steps that Nick is going to present to us in this webinar. All right, I think now it's 9:02. And now I think will be a good time to start. So welcome everyone to our webinar, Meet Reyee Networks, Set Up Wi-Fi Networks in 3 minutes. For our today's webinar, our panelist is Nick Hu, and he will be in charge of this webinar. So Nick, good morning.
Morning, Victor.
Nick, now we're ready to start.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining our webinar today. So my name is Nick. I'm the sales manager of Reyee in North America. So today we'll do a brief introduction about who we are, what we do, and how we are going to bring you the value and benefit to your business. So I understand like probably most of you never heard about our company names before. So let's check out some numbers to see who we are. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so if you can see the screen, so you guys probably know IDC and Gartner, they are all third-party organizations in the networking industries. So IDC said we are the top three, like the networking vendors of China. We are the top one in the Wi-Fi 6 market. We are the top two in the Chinese enterprise WLAN market, and we are the top three in the Chinese Ethernet like switch market. And we are also highly recommended by Gartners. So according to them, so we have aggressive cloud management strategies and advanced network technologies. So why they say we are aggressive? Because our cloud is lifetime free with unlimited capacities. So that means you can add as much as devices you want into the cloud. So some of you may know, like you're familiar with Ubiquiti. So you probably know for Ubiquiti, they actually charge for the cloud key, which costs you around like $100, and it can only control 50 access points. But for our cloud, it's lifetime free, which is a huge bonus for you guys. And if you guys can see the picture here, so in this column, it's SMB market. So you can see some big players in this market, like D-Link, Link, Ubiquiti, and Cambium. And you can see in this market, we're actually much stronger than them. Yeah. And some more data here. So for Reyee, we do have like 7 research and development centers in China, and we have overall 7,000 global employees, and actually half of them like working in the R&D department. All our products are ISO certificated to guarantee the qualities, and we do have the leading manufacturers capabilities. So our product has been widely used like in different like a huge project like Alibaba, it's like the Chinese Amazons, like TikTok companies, ByteDance, and the DHL, Manila Smart Cities, all using Reyee products. So all I'm saying is our product has been used, like tested, approved in different markets, like for over decades. So please have the 100% like confidence to install and sell our products. Okay, so we already know in North American market, we already have the D-Link, TP-Link, Ubiquiti, so these big players. So how can we compete with them? We do is because we do have our unique value, the Reyee Cloud. So first of all, the Reyee Cloud is lifetime free with unlimited capacities, and it's easy maintenance, which I'll show you later. And it has 99.99% availabilities, which means you can either download it from the iOS stores or the Android stores. Okay, so in the networking market, we can categorize all the competitors into 4 categories. So like for the big SIs, so they probably use a lot like the Rokus, like the Cisco's, and for the commercials, like coffee shop, like hotels, casinos, they probably use Ubiquiti. And for the SMB market, the CCTV installers probably use a lot of TP-Link. And for the Soho market, which is the small office and home office market, people like to use the D-Link. So they are, but for Reyee, like Reyee, so we actually have the full product line to cover all 4 categories. So this is all the products we are having right now in the US, like the market. So you can see we have like layer 3 chassis like switches, which can fulfill like the big enterprise project. Layer 2 also as well, and all kinds of like the access point, indoor, outdoor, wall access point, and the wireless bridge. Wi-Fi 6, Wi-Fi, yeah, even we have Wi-Fi 7 coming on the way. So yeah. And for the home so for the Soho market, we have the like the routers, we have like everything here, so you guys can check it out. Okay, so we are also very experienced in the vertical solutions areas like office, like hotel, CCTV, home. So if you guys have like this kind of like a project, we have the full product, we have the full solutions to support you. Okay, then let's get to the fun part. So I have a question here for you guys. So how long it takes to configure such a networks? So you see you have the internet here, you have one like router, you have one switch, and you have 2 access points. Yeah, so some of you may familiar with the networking system, so it probably take you a few hours, and some of you probably take a few days. So what about I said we can do it in 3 minutes? So this is the first feature about our cloud. It's called the self-organization networks. So let me show you guys. Okay. So for now, I'm going to open my Reyee app. So you can either download it from your from your Apple Store or the Android Store. So you can go to see it with me. Okay. Okay, so this is our cloud like homepage. So let's do a demo here. Let me show you how the SON works. Okay, so let's start the SON. Okay, start configuration. Okay. Connect to the Wi-Fi. Yeah, because I'm in the office right now. It's already connected to the Wi-Fi. Okay, so the system detected 11 devices, one router, five switches, two wall access point, and three ceiling access point. So how long do you think you need to configure these 11 devices? Let me show you. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to create a project name. So let's do appcom one, and for the password. So this password is for all the devices included in the network. So imagine like if you have like 100 devices, it's a big project. Are you going to like set up like each device one by one manually? It's going to be a headache, right? So with the cloud, you can do it like with one click. And for scenarios, you can choose different scenarios. Different scenarios will give you different suggestions. So right now I'm going to choose Office. Okay, let's go to the next. Okay, so the internet connections, let's just go to default. And for the Wi-Fi, we have to create a Wi-Fi name here. And same thing with the Wi-Fi password. Okay, and choose a region. So I'm in the United States, so let's choose America. Okay. Done. As you can see, it's all configured. It's all turned green here. One router, five switches, two and the five access point. Pretty amazing, right? Great. And you can actually click into each one of the devices to configure it. Some of you may say, I'm more familiar with like the Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi, so you can use the eWAP here. You can reboot the single device here. You can see the downloading speed of each port. You can configure it here, depends on what you want to do to configure, yeah. And you can even change the name of each devices, make it more understandable for you guys. And we can go to the switches to see. Okay, for switches, it has the model numbers, the IP address, MAC address, and the SN numbers, even with the firmware. So you can see here. And each port, we have the downloading speed, everything here. We can click one of them. We can choose what kind of device you connect to this port. So let's say, okay, so we have so many options here, like switch, router, AC, AP, like the wireless bridge, cameras, NVR. So we choose cameras here. Okay, press OK. So we know these ports that connect to the cameras. It gives you the speed, everything here, the stats you can see, and you can even restart the single port here without affecting the other ports in the same device. Okay, you can configure it to give a cable test to see if all the cable is running perfectly. Imagine if you have so many cables running into the same devices, it's going to be a hassle for you to check it, use another tool to check it, right? But with the cloud, you can do it quickly. You can see, okay, so the portal 2 cable is disconnected. So please check the cable connections or replace to the network cable. So you have to change that, okay? And you can even do the loop provisions and the long distance transmissions. It was designed for our CCTV installers. So for the long distance transmission, so sometimes you need to connect the cameras the more than away from the switch for more than 100 meters. So with these functions, you can do we can extend the distance up to 250 meters for each port actually. So you can do it on each port to do these functions. And the downloading speed of each cameras will be down to 10 megabytes per second, but it's still good for 4K cameras. So we can save that. Okay. Yeah, and you can even do the loop visions. So if there is a loop happens in the switch, like the whole system will went down. But with the loop vision system enabled, the system will still remain functional, even there is a loop happens. Okay, and you can set the connected devices. You can see different portals. You can choose the different. It's another like the version here. So printer. Okay. Okay, port 9 may probably and VR, so you can make your own decisions. Depends on the real case scenarios. Okay, and we can actually see the actual topologies here. You can see how it's connected. Okay, so the internet connected to the routers, like this is the model number and the SN numbers of this router. Like we can do it's connected to the WLAN 1 ports, and out is the LAN 0, and it's connected to the switch here. So it's on the port 1. So you can see actually how it's actually connected. So our cloud is designed for you to like the easily to use, and even though you don't have a very like even though you don't have like a lot of like the networking technologies, that's okay. Like you can still like finish like a professional networking job without knowing like a lot. Okay, then we can move to this part. So you can see the workplace. We do have like the basic, advanced, and scenarios, give you different kind of functions here. So in the basic, you can choose, like you can do the basic daily maintenance. For example, you can reboot the whole networking, like, like you can schedule reboot if you need. You can do the updated, like firmware updated just with one click. You can just like choose you can like choose switch the password for the networking. You can choose the alarm, like so if there's a camera, you can actually you can choose here. You can see if the camera's failures because of the IP conflict, because of the IP camera offline, it will send you like it will send you the alarm, so you will see what's going on with which ports. Okay, and you can actually write down a professional report within like 2 minutes. So everyone knows like we hate the paperwork, right? But once we finish the job, we have to write a papers. We have to write a report to our customers or even to the companies to leave a copy. So let's see how the report function can save us times. Okay, so 2 minutes, you already got a professional report here. It's included like the basic infos, the configurations, devices, and the apologies. Okay, you can see in the basic informations, you include all the model numbers, the type of the devices, descriptions, and the quantities of each models. MAC address, IP address, SN numbers, everything. And the photography here, uplink, downlink, how it's connected for each devices. Okay, then you can actually add it if you want. So say, yeah, I don't like your I don't like your default like the logo. So I'm going to choose my own like logos. So let's choose here. Choose Upcom as our like the new logo, and you can also add your contact info here. Okay. Save, and then when we go back, it's gonna be automatically updated to the new logos. Okay, you can see here it's the new logo, and it has our contact information here. Then you can share it as a PDF or a document to like to your customers. You can do it either through okay. can see here. You can do it either through the mail, the message, or you can copy link to that. Yes. Okay. So this is our like report functions, and sometimes you can also share the project to your coworkers. Imagine this: if you are like you need help or you need help like from Appcom, so you can share the project details to the Appcom engineers, so you can give them the permissions to write and read. You can like you can give them the days, just a 1 day or maybe 1 week, maybe just give them. You can just copy link them, WhatsApp them, yeah, or whatever way you want. So the so the Appcom engineers can help you to figure out like what's going on with the project, or even you can share this project to your coworkers, just in case you are not around. He can do the job for you. Okay. And in the advanced like sections, we do have like more advanced like functions here. We're not going to go like one by one. It's going to be take like 2 or 3 hours. So just a couple of things here. So for example, if you after you do the job, I know the most like what you hate most is probably your customers keep calling you, say, hey, like what's going on with my internet? It's the speed is so like so slow. Like, come to fix that, please. Something like that, right? But it takes you like maybe 1 or 2 hours to drive there, finish the job, and you drive back. It's too much hassle. So we suggest you to use our cloud to fix the problem. So first of all, we can do the wireless optimizations. Okay. So you can optimize their internet first to see like if it helps. So yeah, you can see it takes about 2 minutes, and you can actually schedule it if you want to do the like the Wi-Fi optimizations every like each week. So we suggest you choose the non-peak hours, let's say some Sunday 3 a.m. something like that. So in that case, okay, perfect. You can see the optimized success, the experience improved 100% for all 5 APs. Okay, let's go back. Yeah, so you can as I said, you can schedule the optimization like the period so each week your networking will be refreshed. Okay, after this step, if it's still not working, we can go to the AI diagnose to see what's really going on, like what's the issues here with the networking. So we can start diagnose. Okay, so in this AI diagnostics, so you can see it's going to be more details. It's give you all the different options here. Is that like the low IP rate limits? Is that like switch link? Is that the loop problems? Is the IP address conflict? Something like that. Okay, so we can see it's so here we can see there is a problem here. So it's going to be turned red. It's the internet freeze, and you can click it to see what's really going on here. Okay, so the IP16 is too high. So yeah, so in the real case scenarios, you can actually fix it like so with one click here. So it's going to be configuration like so with one click. It really helps you to save the time and energies. Okay, and for the CCTV installers, like I know probably like most of you guys also doing the CCTV installation. So one thing I can suggest is you can use the detect button here. So in this button, if you click one of those, it will detect automatically detect the IP cameras and the VRs included in these networks. So for example, okay, so in these networks right now we detect 5 IP cameras. Okay, I'm going to go with this one to see what's going on. Okay, so you can see this IP cameras is connected to these switches on port 3, and its downloading speed is 26 megabits per second, and the power is 2.2 well. Yeah, and you can rename it if you want. Let's say, okay, it's Hack Vision, maybe 4K cameras, Bullet. So it's just like a reminder for you. Okay, and of course you can reboot it here, like like it's a single port without affect the others. Okay, pretty awesome, right? Great, and as I said, like you can also do like for the CCTV installers, you can also do the loop visions. You can do here. Okay, you can do go configure it. You can do the loop visions and the long distance transmissions. It's all very like the good like the functions for designed for our CCTV installers. And for the scenarios, so you can see like the different like the things give you different scenarios. So office, it will suggest is the BYOD, like bring your own like devices, like the networking plans. You can click one of those. You can add it like you can add like the devices if you want into the network. If you it depends on the job. Sorry, it's kind of slow. So the topologies is it's kind of slow here. Okay. For the office scenarios, it's always ask you to have the guest Wi-Fi, so you can enable it. Here, very convenient, and for the yeah for in these networks, you can see all the CCTV functions here, loop provisions, even the VR like not logins. Yeah. Okay, so I understand some of you may say, "Hey, yeah, I really like your cloud, your device. It's really can save me times." But the thing is, like I'm so familiar with Ubiquiti. I installed like TP-Link for 10 years. It's really hard for me to like to change. So what can I do? That's totally understandable though. We got you covered, okay? So you can see if you go to the Salesforce, we can actually give you a little bit comparison here. So let's see, okay, so right now I'm going to use, I'm going to choose indoor indoor access point. Okay, so if you click one of those, you can see, okay, yeah, you are familiar with Ubiquiti, no problems. Ubiquiti, okay, you probably use like use U6 lights, that's fine. Okay, so if you can click one of those, you can see as a matching Reyee like models is RAP2260G. Okay, that's very convenient, right? And if you can click on one of those, you can see a little bit like the battle car here. Okay. It gives you the different things here. You can see. Okay, yeah, by the way, all our warranty like 3 years, and for Aruba you can see it's 1 year, and for like for Ubiquiti their warranty is 1 year, and for Aruba it's like 2 years, and yeah, Mikrotik is like 15 months. Okay, let me go back. Yeah, something wrong. Yeah, let me go back. Sorry about that. Okay, you can see once you go back, the project is still here. It won't disappear. Yes. And if you want to know more about like the products, you can actually go to the product sections here. It gives you more comparisons here. So you can see it gives you like the specific spec. So, okay, so as you see today, I'm going to find a PoE switch. So you can click on one of those. There is a lot here. Yeah, I know. But you can do a filter here. So let's say, let's do a 8-port PoE switch today. And I need to maybe install 8 cameras. And I love cloud management, so I have to have that. Okay, so let's choose that. Damn. So we can see that really like only 3 options here. And then you can do a little bit of comparison for all 3 models. Okay. Yeah, and we can choose show the difference here. Okay, so you can see, yeah, Yeah, these models can support 16 devices, maybe, but I only need to install 8. So probably these two are my best options. So you can share this link as like WhatsApp, email, copy link to your Appcom sales to get a code. Yeah, and or you can just so send this to your customers if they want to check. Really good stuff here. So I suggest you to download the devices. Download the app, buy the devices to play it around. I'm sure the cloud and our products will help you to save a lot of times and make your job more convenient. Yeah, that's actually today's webinar. Thank you so much for your patience today. So if you have any questions, you can fire up in the question sections.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you for sharing all this valuable information about Reyee. And now we're going to have a space for a Q&A. So in case that you have any questions or comments about the products that Nick just showed us, please send us your questions through the question panel. So now we have one from Luis. Does your device have web interface for local configuration without using the app?
Yes. So you can see here. So you can go to the each devices. So you can go to the eWeb. Okay, so it's connect. Oh, sorry. I think yeah, because it's a demo, but you got the idea. So you can use the web or eWeb. That's for sure. Yes.
Thank you, Nick. Yes, and of course, since this is a demo, it might not look as it is on the local installation, but once that you have your products running, you will be able to check all the configuration through the web interface.
Yes.
All right, so now let's wait. If you have any other question, also if you have a project coming up and you need help from any of our engineers, remember that EPCOM can help you plan and configure your products for your next project. So let's check if you have any question. Also, another reminder is that for this session, for everyone who attended the webinar, you have a chance to win an indoor Wi-Fi 6 as an access point. So we're gonna be choosing the winner right after the webinar. So please visit our social media where we're gonna be showing who was the winner for today's AP indoor Wi-Fi 6 access point. Okay, so Nick, we don't have any other questions. I don't know if you want to add anything else.
No, I'm good here. So if you guys have any questions, you can contact Appcom here, and we are always here to support you guys. Yes.
Thank you, Nick. Yes, we have Mr. Nick. We haven't done the raffle. At the end of the webinar, we're gonna select the participant who participated the most, and he's going to be the winner for today's session, and we're going to be publishing this on our social media. So please visit EPCOM USA on Facebook and Instagram, where we're going to be publishing who is the winner for this AP. Also, please keep visiting our webinars where we are doing these raffles. So we hope to see you in our next session. Visit epcom.net to check all of our calendar, and thank you so much for your time this morning. Nick, thank you so much, and we hope to see you in the next session.
Thank you, Victor. Yeah, have a nice day, guys.
Thank you, Nick. Have a great day. Goodbye. Well, Ms. Miriam Garcia, yes, we're gonna reply to this question. Or Nick, do you have a time for just one last question?
What's the questions?
The question is, do you need a PoE switch or do they come with injectors?
For the switches, you can choose the PoE switch. Yes, I think all. So for the PoE switch, yes, you can see it's all PoE. We suggest you to use our PoE switch, because it give you more the functions to use in the app. Yes.
All right, perfect. Thank you, Nick. And last two questions from Mr. Farid. He's asking, do we need to pay any license
No, that's the beautiful part about our cloud. So it's lifetime free with unlimited devices. So you don't have to pay anything. It's totally for free. And the
Perfect.
lifetime. Yes.
All right, so that was the last question. So we thank everyone for your questions this morning. And as I mentioned, we're going to be publishing the winner in a couple of hours. So visit, visit our social media, EPCOM and our Instagram at EPCOM Thank you, everyone, and have a great day.
Thank you.